You can't just spend all day scrolling. You have to go outside. Maybe that could be the intro for this video. Go outside, bro. Alright, flip, man. The lens cap is on. Alright, cool. You know the vibes. Young shiny shoes. Yeah. We got some duckies over here. You know the vibes. Sorry, the brightness is mad. Okay, that is very loud. Alright, cool. Yeah. It's 01 Thurman on the Orcs today. Twos. These guys, genuinely one of my favorite bands that I've discovered over the past couple years. But anyways, ducks. Let me get out the car. We've actually got company at where I'm at right now. But anyways, it's cool, it's calm, it's blessed, not too much stress. We are at, let me get out and I'll do a proper view. Alright, so we are at Ogmore Castle today. Half an hour outside of Cardiff. Everywhere I go seems to be half an hour outside of Cardiff nowadays, but you know, I don't like driving, but I do like exploring, so hey, you have to find that happy middle ground. Hold on, the moon is up right now. It's mad bright, but it's about to be dark soon as well. That's the thing. Like, I've got about 25 minutes worth of sunlight left, so it's like, I don't know, man. But anyways, more people seem to be coming though. It's starting to get a little bit chilly, which is annoying because I got swagged out for this, so I'm gonna have to put a coat on. Where the flip is my tripod? The tripod is right here. Shiny shoes in the building. Let me put this in on the tripod. Talk about the swag for today. So today, rocking the Kid Cudi merch. I got this during his To the Moon World Tour. It rings from Ganesha Cardiff, the ones that I'm usually wearing. I got this pearl necklace the other day from, where did I get it from? From a thrift spot in Cardiff that I'm not telling any of you about because I can't let my place get too well known. Anyways, easy gap. This is just my Candid Talks fit, my Candid Talks uniform at this point. Unfortunately, the thing with swag, right, is as a black person with hair like mine, you can't wear a hat like this on hair like mine. So I got to put a rag underneath. Hindrances force you to work around them and to innovate, to get more swaggy. That's why I got the rag underneath. I was wearing skull caps underneath these, but today I was like, you know what, let me spice it up a little bit. Anyways, I need to get the mic before the sun goes down because literally, look, it's, I have not got that much time before it starts getting dark. So yeah, the dates, hold on, let me go get the things real quick. Alright, cool, so I've got the mic. I've got mic'd up. I have to put the scarf on, man. It's getting chilly out. It is getting chilly out here. You should hear me chit-chatting through the mic more clearly. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Now you should be able to hear me properly. Let's explore a little bit. Yeah, see the horses? Crazy. Anyways, truthfully, I was expecting it to be less busy. And when I say less busy, I mean 0 people being here because I've come across like 2 pairs of people. But yeah, I don't know what time they close this place actually because I saw closes soon on the thingy, but then, you know, usually these places, they don't have a formal closing time. So realistically, I actually don't know. But anyways, Ogmore Castle. I know absolutely nothing about it and there are no plaques, no nothing that I can see directly in front of me. Did you know that Wales has a lot of castles? I don't know how many exactly, but it's a lot. How many castles you got? A lot. Oh, matter of fact, there's a plaque literally right here, actually. Norman Conquest Castle, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, read it for yourself. It's crazy how places like this actually exist, though, for real. Because, like, when you think about it, what did life look like in 11? I wonder what the heck things looked like 100 years ago. Sometimes I sit and wonder about things I don't know. Real ones know where that reference is from. Like, literally, there was half the world didn't exist 1100 years ago. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. What did I want to talk about today? One of the things that I was thinking about on the way here was about cool people. Think about the coolest person you know. is that person someone that's mad self-conscious, mad like, is that person a mad hater? And granted, this is a problem that I have. I'm a big hater, and it's something that I need to work on for myself. But is that person a mad hater, mad self-conscious, constantly comparing themselves to other people like, oh, I wish I was, or are they self-assured? Do they do their own thing without worrying about what someone else has to say? Are they unapologetically themselves? Which one is it? 9 times out of 10, it's the second person, isn't it? It's the second person, not the first person. And it's like, instead of working to be someone else, work to be yourself. And I know that people say that all the time, like, oh, just be yourself. But like, literally, work to be yourself. That's so important in life, because like, the sunset looks crazy. Hold on. Let me zoom in a little bit. Look at it, man. Colors in the sky. Crazy. It's like a painting. Those people are self-assured, man. They know who they are, who they want to be, and it takes people time. I know it takes time to figure out who you are and who you want to be. Yeah, there's that. That was one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Cool people. Do I think that I'm a cool person? I think that I am a relatively self-assured person who knows who they are and who they want to be. And the thing with that is, a cool person doesn't stagnate as well. And I know that this is mostly opinion-based stuff, but I do think that it does definitely ring true. Today's the 24th of December, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned. That's why I was expecting it to be so empty over here. Because go be with your families, guys. Like, what the hell? What the heck? What the helly? Yeah. It's important to spend time with your families. I'm waffling. I am waffling, bro. But yeah, this place is beautiful, man, literally. I love history. I love old places like this. I love places with stories. Because imagine how much this place has seen. The battles, the history, the changes in the landscape. This place has probably seen hundreds of thousands of horses, man. And best believe horses don't stop. They keep going, bro. Can you imagine? And this place has kept on going, even more than the horses. Long story short, seek to be yourself. In recent months, years, I found myself circling back to the things that I found myself interested. Not just when I was a kid, but also in my teen years, in my years where I was growing and learning who I was as a person. It makes you realize that, you know, people hate on the people that they were back in the day, but you don't realize that that person that you were is the reason why you are who you are today. And, you know, I don't think that's a very healthy thing to do, to hate on who you were. I think what is most important is to love who you were, but to dislike the things that you did. You know, the whole, like, hate the sin, not the sinner kind of thing. You know what I mean? Hate what you did, but don't hate who you were. I hate the whole thing where people try to forget people who were in their life, because it's like, it's important to acknowledge those people because those people were lessons to you. This episode's falling apart. It's getting chilly. Maybe I should put on my puffer jacket. Let me go and do that. Technically the sun sets in 1 minute, so it's gonna start getting real dark. But do you know what? Never mind. Let me leave the puffer jacket. I'm doing this for you guys, by the way. I'm dealing with this discomfort for you guys. Yeah, man. The people that were in your past made you who you are. Like, I don't believe in the whole, well, another man wasted my time or another woman wasted my time thing, because it's like, that person taught you things, you know. They taught you about yourself, they taught you about other people, they taught you about what you like and what you dislike in a person, and what you should be willing to accept and what you shouldn't accept, you know. And who's to say that? That's why I dislike the whole thing of like, you know, I want to get married by this age, I want to have kids by this age, because it's like, why plan for tomorrow when today has troubles of its own? It's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, man. Failing to plan is planning to fail, yes, but at the same time, it's like, plans are important. important, but you can't expect every plan to go through exactly how you think it will. Anyways, let me go back into my notes because I feel like I've been yapping. One of the things that I tweeted recently was about how important it is to have the courage to be disliked. I'm pretty sure that's actually the name of a book that I keep getting recommended on TikTok that I refuse to buy because I refuse to buy stuff from TikTok shop. I refuse to do it, bro. That shop, it's like it's like buying a sandwich. It's like buying organic food from Bossman's shop. It's like, why on earth would you put that in your body? You know what I mean? I was talking to someone yesterday who was talking about I don't eat food from them. That was a bit crazy to me. But food from Bossman's shop, not eating food from Bossman's shop is even crazier. Wait, sorry, eating food from Bossman's shop is even crazier. Yeah, don't let your fear of being disliked overcome your purpose of being real. I really do think one of the main things that people need to do more of on this earth, on this planet, with their time here, is be real. And I'm not even talking about the app. I'm talking about just in general. You need to be real, bro. That's also part of the reason why I still have the app, because it's so important to me to be real and to be genuine. Matter of fact, let me take a be real right now. Crazy. Almost like scandalous. Yeah, these supermodel BSB fans drop the pack of two a man and then I go and hold hands with them. I feel like the UK underground has low-key past its prime. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's these new artists that are coming out. I'll just name drop Fake Mink, Feng, people like that. They seem to have this, granted they are young. They were born like past like 2004, 05, something like that. So they're young. I mean, how old are the new 18-year-olds? They were born in 06, 07 now. So soon to be 08, which is crazy. Do you know how mad that is? An 18-year-old born in 2008. We're getting old, bro. But yeah, they seem to have this lack of appreciation for what makes them who they are and the things, the building blocks that were put in place before they came to be. Like the whole I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist thing. I know there's this one meme that keeps going viral that it's not necessarily a meme, but Vince Staples did a question thing on his story, and he recently, when he dropped a new album, he was like, ask me questions about the new album, and one guy was like, is this the end of Vince Staples the artist and the start of Vince Staples the rapper? And he responded to that by saying, this is racist, just so you know. And it's true, there is some truth to that, because what do you mean by that? Like, when you think about it, rap is essential. Well, what they call it is rhythm and poetry. I don't necessarily know if that's the actual meaning of the term or if that just came to be afterwards. The same with like people trying to claim that news is like notable events, weather, and something else. I can't remember what the S stands for. But yeah, one of those abbreviations that comes as a result of the word. But anyways, yeah, they don't have an appreciation for who made them who they are. It's a weird middle ground that you have to find, because the youth of today, good band by the way, Youth of Today, punk band, make sure you give a listen, break down the walls. But yeah, the youth of today, they're the ones that bring the new ideas. They're the ones that question why we do things the way we do things. However, what they need to recognize is that certain things had to happen for them to have these opportunities in the first place, for them to have the opportunity to question these things in the first place. You know what I mean? You need to question everything, but at the same time, accept how you got here. I touched on this in the recent Candid tape, not the Christmas one, but the one where me and the boys in Bruges. Make sure you watch that one as well. That was a good one. Not to say that they aren't all good ones, but I enjoyed that one quite a lot. Shout out Apollo, shout out Chad, shout out Ted. But yeah, you need to use your regrets to fuel your future self. I'm one of those people that will always leave a situation and think that was not my best work. You know what I mean? That was not my best work in this social situation. But what I do think is important is to look back on those moments. And, you know, this goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. Look back on the moments that made you who you are and learn from them and grow from them. You can't grow without falling. You can't run without walking. You can't walk without standing. And you can't stand without falling down a couple times. Same goes for walking as well, technically. And also running, I guess. You can't stand without crawling. Maybe I should have started there. And you can't crawl without rolling over. Why do you think turtles get stuck on their backs all the time? Because they don't know how to roll over. You can't let yourself get stuck on your back, bro. You can't let yourself get stuck on your back because then there's no movement. A 200-year-old turtle is bigger than a year-old turtle. How did a 200-year-old turtle get to be that big? Through growth, through movement, through eating. Don't let yourself stagnate. All movement is good movement, no matter how slow. Yes, go back, but also make sure you're going forwards. You're using your backwards to go forwards. You know what I mean? Let me change the angle, because these horses are catching my attention. And also, who's to say that any of this is even usable? Because truthfully, the wind has been doing a mad one here right now. So yeah, this is a really cool spot though. I should come here again. And I know I say that all the time, but really, I should come here again. In recent months, I found myself doing things, chasing happiness, doing things that make me happy. Doing things that, chasing peace basically. Chasing peace, doing things that make me happy, and doing things that, yeah, make me happy, both in the short term and in the long term. People seem to often think, when people say, oh yeah, do what makes you happy, they seem to think that, oh, that means like living life in a way that makes me happy, like choosing a career that makes me happy. And it's like, yes, that's important, but also do things in the short term that make you happy. Because if you're constantly chasing happiness, then that means that you spend your life chasing something that you may not necessarily achieve, you know, long-term happiness. Like long-term happiness through, for instance, like career, like let's say you want to, I don't know, get into design or marketing or whatever. You're forgetting the base, which is doing things like going for walks, going to the beach, sitting by the side of the beach. I found myself sitting by the sides of the beach often this summer. I can't do it as often as I used to because, you know, the sun sets earlier nowadays. However, we have passed the shortest day of the year. I think it was like last week or something. There's a mug by here, and I'm not talking about a person, but there's a literal mug, a mini mug. I wonder who was sipping by here. Anyways, horses. Let me not block your view of the horses. Doing things that make you happy is so important because it releases those endorphins that allow you to have the energy to pursue the main goal, the main mission. Side quests are so important. Never turn down a side quest. Why do you think I climbed Mount Fuji last year? Because someone planted the seed and I was like, that would make me happy. It's side quest time, and boom, now we on the main quest. One of the things that I keep having to tell myself is to not, like I told you guys at the near to the beginning, don't question the timing of the universe if you're not religiously inclined. Obviously, if you are religiously inclined, then God's timing, you know. But we don't necessarily have to go into that right now. These horses hungry, man. Yeah, I found myself going into toy shops recently. Just because, like, it just makes me happy, bro. It makes me happy seeing all these things that, one, are not as expensive as my parents used to make it seem when I was younger, so I don't know what that was all about. But two, it is so beautiful over here, bro. Look at these geese. Look at these geese flying. Maybe you'll see them. Yeah, look at them, man. It's beautiful. Wow, nature. Endorphins, bro. Dopamine. Chase it. Chase it, bro. Go outside. You can't just spend all day scrolling. You have to go outside. Maybe that could be the intro for this video. Go outside, bro. Look at me. I'm in Ogmore Castle rocking Kid Cudi merch. With the Salomons on as well, obviously. And a scarf made by my mother. Yeah, man. Go outside, bro. Chase peace. Chase things that bring peace to you. Even if you're in like London or something, there's like 1 billion parks in London. Go to a park, bro. Read a book. Yeah, it's cold right now. Wear a puffer jacket. Wear some gloves. Bundle up. Put on some music. Don't just spend your life chasing the main quest. Momentary pleasures can actually help give you that energy to keep pursuing that main goal. I think that's how you avoid burnout. That's one of the things that can help you avoid burnout. Because that's something that this generation seems to be struggling with a lot. Burnout. That's why people don't leave their beds for hours, days at a time. Hours at a time, obviously, at night, because, you're trying to sleep. You got to rest. You do need to rest. Rest is important, but rotting is where the issue comes in. And I've had an issue with that as well. Yes, I feel like a lot of people experience it, especially in this generation and also the generation below me, Gen Alpha, and millennials as well. Matter of fact, just everyone who's living nowadays in the digital age. It's a trend. I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg even said something like that. Like, he acknowledged the trend. He doesn't let his kids use social media. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Why do you think Australia banned social media for under 16s? Because they see the trends, bro. They see the trends. It should have been done like a decade ago. Matter of fact, to be honest, I hate seeing 16-year-old people under 16. I hate seeing the opinions of people under 18 or even 19 on social media because they haven't lived life enough. I'll be blocking those guys, bro. They're mad annoying. And that's not to say that the opinions of others are unimportant or are lesser than someone like me who is more aged. I do think that that's a harmful way of thinking. And that also contradicts what I said at the beginning about the importance of the youth and young people. But, like, bro, come on. Sometimes, some of these opinions are so naive. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, the adults are talking, bro. I'm contradicting myself, I know. But if you get what I'm saying, then you get it. If you don't, then, hey, man, I'm sorry. But, yeah, let me put this mug on the ground. Because it's going to get blown over and it's going to crack. Horses, bro. Horses. I think if I was an animal, I would consider being a horse a low energy horse, because I'm not trying to get put down after a little crack in my leg. You know what I mean? I would consider being a horse, man. Because think about it, like, you get to explore like a wild horse. I'm not talking about one of those horses with a job, by the way. I don't want a job as a horse. I don't want a job, period, man. So please subscribe. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Please help me out, man. I'm not trying to sit behind a desk for the rest of my life. That's why I'm participating in the main quest right now, because it's important. So yeah, where was I? Sorry, I keep digressing, but also digression is healthy because it can give you ideas to man, where's my puffer jacket, bro? Why did I leave it in the car? This actually might be one of my favorite spots that I've come to, low key. It's so peaceful, the river, and I've just interrupted it all by this beefy ass voice. Just like, yeah, live your life, yeah. Like, live life, live the adventure. What did Louis Cole say, man? Fun for Louis. He's actually one of the only white people that I'm cool with having locks. Because, and I've had so many disagreements with people about this, but I genuinely, if the race war ever starts, it's a couple of people that are not melanated that I genuinely think I'll struggle with, with getting rid of. Rhett and Link and Louis Cole. Those three guys, man, I remember I used to get home from school and I just used to watch the newest vlog, the newest Good Mythical Morning, and I'd be gassed, bro. I'd sit there with a cup of tea, my digestive's like, yeah. Will it taco? Let's talk about that, fam. And Louis Cole would be in like Guatemala or something, living his life. I think that's where my lust for life originated from, and my lust for making a living off of my creativity originated from. Because My video making didn't start with Candid Tapes. It didn't start with the ISH+6 podcast. It started back in school, back in primary school even, when I was doing up origami. It was crazy, man. I loved the idea of the internet and the endless possibilities associated with it. Connection is so important, but at the same time, like 7th OB said on that one episode of the podcast, you need to make sure that you're willing to look up, look around. What did Ferris Bueller say? If you don't stop to look around, the world will pass, bro. The world will pass you. Everything will pass. All this pain will pass, but at the same time, all the good will pass as well. You know, why do people spend so much time in their phones? Because they don't want to feel alone. But at the same time, you need to go outside, experience the outside, bro. We got our own chickens, bro. Quack, 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 quack. We got our farms, our own chickens. Vince Staples, man. Funny guy. I wonder if he wrote that line in his show. I hope you guys got that reference. If you didn't, go watch the Vince Staples show. Anyways, man, live your life. Experience. Don't be afraid to experience the real world. And yeah, you guys probably can't even see me right now. It's that dark. But anyways, let me do some recording of where I'm at. Let me see if you guys could even see me, actually. Oh, wow, I only got 1 minute of recording time left. No way. Maybe I actually need to go back to my car because, yeah, I need to put a new tape in. But yeah, I'll record this nature for like the last minute. And then, yeah. Where's that other horse, man? This is so peaceful, man. I love it. I actually love it. Chase peace, bro. Chase peace. It's so important. You can't expect to find peace without chasing it. People beg for it, but they don't realize that you need to actually go outside and find it in order to experience it. Cool. Yeah. Guys, please subscribe, please. I'm on my knees, metaphorically. Yeah, I'm rocking the Calvin Klein puffer. Fun fact, I actually got this for £25 at a charity shop back in like 2020. Crazy, absolute scenes, bro. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this. But anyways, yeah. Please make sure you subscribe, please. Anyways, yeah. Do what makes you happy. Keep it real. Please like the video as well if you like the video. If you dislike the video, hey man, like the video anyways. Don't be a hater. Don't be a bum. Don't be a guy with no life. And yeah, this was Ogmore Castle. Shiny shoes at Ogmore Castle. Candid Talks, the Ogmore Castle video, the Ogmore Castle episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Cuss me in the comments if you liked or disliked anything I said. And yeah, keep it real. And I'll see you later. Alligators.